My victory is all but assured. Soon the last letter of the destiny board will be present, and victory shall be mine. So long as my dark sanctuary protects me, nothing can stop me now. So, I decided to torture myself for this video. I brought Destiny board into Platinum. And the video doesn't end until we get that sweet, sweet animation. And no, rage quits don't count. This should be fun. Alright folks, let's go ahead and get back into it. We're bringing Destiny board into Platinum, and let's see how we do here. Re-recording this audio because the audio on the original recording got kind of corrupted. It's a bit unfortunate, but you know what? We're going first in this duel, and that's all that matters. Because as a Destiny board player, we love going first. Ooh, a Castura player, it seems. Or maybe not, they're just using the base and the playmat and the everything else about it. But we're going to start off with an Extrav here and banish 6 cards. See if we are allowed to get the draw 2 or if he's going to ash us here. Nope, we're going to get the draw 2. No Destiny board, unfortunately. But we do have our Cave of the Super Ancient Organism. Grave of the Super Ancient Organism. And then we're going to set Skill Drain and we're going to set a Droplet and then pass the turn there. Droplets in here to kind of help us clear up space if we need it for Destiny board spirit messages if we don't see Dark Sanctuary. But we're hoping to see Dark Sanctuary. Dark Sanctuary is one of the better plays in the deck, for sure, for sure. Now, he's going to start off with a Castor Ogre here. Grave of the Super Ancient Organism says they can't activate on the board, unfortunately. But we're going to activate anyways, because he hasn't activated the effect yet. And they also can't attack while they're on the board, which is nice as well. It keeps high-level stuff from attacking us. Let's see what else he's got going on. He's going to activate a Castor Theosis here, targeting his Ogre, but it's not really going to do much. Because, again, Grave of the Super Ancient Organism's out, so he can't really do anything about that. So he's going to go into Fenrir. The Fenrir can't swing or activate its effect to search either. And then he's going to normal summon a Castor Arise Heart. Pretty interesting there. And then he's going to activate to make its level 7 and banish 3 of our cards face down. Maybe he'll get one of our spirit messages. You never know. And we're going to go ahead and let that resolve. And he becomes a 7. Don't know what I was thinking whenever I did that, considering that I had the skill drain to stop that. But I was kind of hoping stuff would happen. I'm going to grab that trap back to his hand, and he's summoning a bunch of stuff, but nothing really to make here. If he's going to go into a Rise Heart, now's his chance, because a Rise Heart does get around Grave, but we do have the skill drain in order to stop the Rise Heart. But he's just going to set one and then go to battle, and that's going to swing, which is a bit weird considering Grave is on the board, and he's level 7, so not sure why. But you know what? Everything's a-okay. Alright, and we drew a Dark Sanctuary. Now that's actually going to be quite interesting since we don't have Skill Drain, or we don't have a Destiny board rather. But that's going to help us survive any attacks if he has them. Now he's going to activate the Castor Preparations, and that's just going to let him special summon any Castor that he wants pretty much. But it doesn't really affect us too much, so we don't really care. Since we have the Swift Scarecrow as well, so if he does kind of go crazy, the Swift Scarecrow is going to actually help us survive, because whenever an opponent declares a direct attack, which they have to do under Dark Sanctuary, if all we have are Destiny board, then it just kind of ends the battle phase. Negates the attack and ends the battle phase. He's going to draw for turn now. All right, looks like he's going to link 2 here. What's he going to link off into? Looks like it's going to be an SP Little Knight. Quite interesting. He doesn't really get the banish off it because he didn't use any extra deck monsters for it, but we're cool with that. We could lose 1 turn here, but we're actually going to save it just in case. Now he's going to swing with the Castor Arise Heart, and Dark Sanctuary is going to trigger. See if he, nope, we lose. So we're going to take the full force of that attack, unfortunately. Ouch. But that's okay, because it's going to trigger again on the SP Little Knight's attack. But he doesn't want that to happen. So he's actually going to target them both to try and dodge it. But you know what? Oh, I guess he's just going to scoop. He doesn't want to deal with the coin flips. Okay, we take those. Destiny board first win in Platinum. All right, boys. Let's get to it, boys and girls. All right, we're going to search for another opponent. And we found one. Unfortunately, do not win the coin flip here. And we're going to go second, which is pretty unfortunate for us. And we have some going second cards, like Droll and stuff like that. But for the most part, we're going first step because we want Destiny board on the board as soon as possible. Now, Sentence of Doom is actually pretty good here because it can actually take the place of any spirit message pretty much. So, and we are running 3 of that here just in case, because it kind of just takes the place of any spirit messages. So if we're running short on 1 or 2, then we can just put it down. Honestly, you probably could take it out. Oh, and we just got the win there. All right, cool. All right, we take those as well. But like in the title, this video does not end until we get that sweet, sweet, sweet Destiny board animation. And unfortunately, it's probably going to still take a while because we keep losing these coin flips, man. All right. And to start us off, we have a cave, a dark sanctuary, lose 1 turn, and an infinite impermanence. That's unfortunate. And he's playing Primite too. That's not great for us. Especially because Blue Eyes have that trap that just lets them blow up basically everything. And we just don't want to deal with the drill beam right now, so we're just actually going to negate that Primite Dragon Ether Barrel. Because drill beam is a hell of a card. And he's going to discard his Maiden with, not Maiden with Eyes of Blue, but True Maiden with Eyes of Blue. I don't know. It sets True Light. It sets True Light. So he's going to set True Light on the board and then go into Link 1, go into the Blue Eyes Link 1, because that's always fun. And then grabbing a Mausoleum. Why not? Now, Blue Eyes are a pretty good deck in Master Duel. This is kind of interesting, though. I'm not sure if it's Blue Eyes, regular Blue Eyes Primite, or if it's Max Metalmorph Blue Eyes, which I've been seeing going around. Not that I don't like Max Metalmorph Blue Eyes. I actually do tend to think the deck's pretty good. But yeah, so looks like he's going to Special Summon her back and then Maiden of Wipe. And then probably Synchro with her since she is a tuner. The fact that she's a tuner and also sets a True Light, it's pretty wacky. So going into a Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon here. Kind of a shame that he doesn't have his own animation. I think I also said that in the video. Going into another Blue Eyes White Dragon. I appreciate him using the original Blue Eyes art because that is the second best art in my opinion of Blue Eyes. The first best art is the one where he's on the building, like with the moon. Hope you guys know what I'm talking about with that one. He's going to go into another Spirit Dragon here. He's going to probably go into level 12 here. Yep, Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. And then I believe he goes on Crimson Dragon here. Yes, he does. That's... God, the fact that that can summon Crimson Dragon is so wild to me. As a Centurion player, I have to work to get my Crimson Dragon. They're just like, nope, free Cipher. But here's the thing about Cipher. We don't care about Cipher because we have Grave of the Super Ancient Organism, which means he can't activate his effects or attack as long as he's higher than a level 6. So that's what these floodgates are all about, guys. Looks like he's going to end his turn here, and the Cipher is actually going to protect itself and the other Blue Eyes from being destroyed by the effects of Spirit Dragon. Another lose 1 turn, that's a bit unfortunate. So the question is, do we hold on to Dark Sanctuary here, or do we just set 2 floodgates and pass? Looks like we're going to set all 3 floodgates and then activate the Dark Sanctuary. Because we have to bait out that level 12 negate, unfortunately. And looks like we're just going to pass because we don't want that level 12 to negate our Dark Sanctuary and then just destroy it. And looks like he's going to set that Blue Eyes trap. And that's unfortunate because he's just going to blow up our floodgates and kill us. Which is a bit sad. But we're still going to try here. We're still going to try. So lose 1 turn is going to activate. Let's see if he tries and stop it. And he is. He's going to try and negate it. Which is good for us, because then we can activate Grave of the Super Ancient Organism. And that's going to just blow up our entire back row. But we're going to chain lose 1 turn to it anyways, just to see what happens. See if we can get our chain links pretty high. And it looks like everything's about to just go kaput. Alright, and we just surrender. Okay. We know when we are beaten, good sir. Alright, next up, we are going first, actually, which is great for us. And unfortunately, we don't get a single Destiny board again. The inconsistency with this deck is kind of wild. But if you're looking to get sweet, sweet animations for alternate win cons, this is what you got to put up with. And looks like we're actually playing against ourselves as well with another Jinzo on the board over there. We do have a skill drain and a lose 1 turn out, so he'll definitely stall him a little bit. And looks like he's starting off with a Raid Raptor. And I believe we just kind of chill here for a sec. And he's going to attempt to activate the Tribute Lanius, so we're going to chain a skill drain to that. So that'll negate the Tribute Lanius effect, which is good for us because that's one of their better starters. But it looks like he does have the Fuzzy in hand here. So he is going to special summon that Fuzzy. It looks like he's going to Exes anyways, even though he's under skill drain. We can go into Raider's Night. And I believe we actually activate lose 1 turn here to put in defense mode so it can't actually attack us. Because that's the reason lose 1 turn is in this deck, so it can stop things from attacking us by putting them in defense mode the turn they're summoned. Because while Dark Sanctuary is pretty cool It's still a flip of the coin, unfortunately. So it looks like he's going to try and detach for the effect, which is quite interesting, even though it's going to get negated. But the fuzzy in the grave isn't going to be negated, so he's actually going to be able to go grab another fuzzy. But now he is locked into Raid Raptors for the rest of the turn. Looks like he's going to set one here, discarding a rank up to rank up the Raiders Knight into something big. It's going to be a Revolution Falcon Air Raid, but that's still going to be in defense mode because lose one turn puts it in defense mode regardless. That's a UR too. Quite interesting. Let's see if we get our Destiny board here, folks. And we do! Nice! That's all you can ask for. That and a Dark Sanctuary. We just need those two cards, and we're all set. So we're actually going to end the turn there because we're just happy we have our Destiny board with our 2 floodgates out. So it looks like we're going to go into battle phase here now. He's going to declare direct attack, and we're just going to let that go through because we don't really care about the damage right now. We'll save the Swift Scarecrows for if he puts out like more monsters trying to go for game on us. We are going to flip Destiny board at his end phase, and that's going to actually net us a Spirit Message, which is always nice. I was going to grab a Spirit Message. So we got an FI right now. Engrave of the Super Ancient Organism. That is not a Dark Sanctuary, unfortunately. Dark Sanctuary is kind of our saving grace right now. So we'll probably just save that droplet and use it on his turn to kind of mitigate some of the damage if he decides to swing at us, and discard that grave because the grave isn't really going to do anything right now because Raid Raptors are an Xyz deck, so they kind of get around it. Grave is also kind of there to stop people from attacking us, and I just realized I could play Messenger of Peace in this instead, and that would be way better, but you know what? We're just trucking, and we're going to use a droplet, discarding that grave, and targeting it to make its attack 1,000. That way we clear up another space for a letter for the Destiny board. Destiny board's going to activate and get us another Spirit Message. That Spirit Message is going to be I. And still no Dark Sanctuary. That's going to be a problem because now we're stuck with 2 letters and no way to get those other 2 cards off the board. So we're going to have to deal with another set card here, and he's going to almost summon a Tribute Lanius. Looks like he's actually going to try and get as much damage on us as he can. So he's going to go into battle phase. And Swift Scarecrow is going to negate the attack and end the battle phase, which is good for us considering we need all the time in the world in order to get these letters out. And as you can see, we can't put any more letters out, unfortunately. And another lose one turn. Can't get a Dark Sanctuary. Dark Sanctuary, my beloved, where are you? So he's going to normal summon Fuzzy. Keep trying to push for damage. We're going to pitch Max C here, see if he Xyzes. And looks like he's not. He's just going to go straight into battle phase. We have to Swift Scarecrow or else he destroys our life points here. And still no Spirit Message off the Destiny board because we don't have enough zones. And we drew a Spirit Message anyway. We drew the Spirit Message that we were going to put out anyways. That's not good for us. So we're just going to take our lumps. We're going to take it. We tried and we failed. No Dark Sanctuaries here. All right, 1, 2. Air Raid does the honors. Final blow. One Jinzo to another. Good game. Good game. All right, I believe I decide to edit the deck here a little bit and put in some Planet Pathfinders. All right, going into the next match here, let's find us a new opponent with our new and improved deck. And we actually get to go first this time. That's nice. That's good for us. And pretty decent starting hand, actually. Got the Spirit Message Eye in the hand, and the Destiny board and Grave, as well as Dark Sanctuary with our Planet Pathfinder if he doesn't ash it. Hopefully he doesn't ash. And nope, we're actually going to be able to go grab Dark Sanctuary, so that's great for us. Dark Sanctuary plus Destiny board is pretty much how the deck's supposed to work. Now, I believe I was a big, dumb, stupid head here and actually discarded the Spirit Message Eye because I forgot Destiny board can set him from the hand. But at the same time, there was really nothing in our hand that we could discard. And it looks like he's going to Ghost Belt anyways, so we can't go grab another Destiny board. But that's fine. We just wanted to bait that out so we can have it in the grave. So we can shuffle back that Spirit Message Eye. And we're going to go ahead and activate the Dark Sanctuary and set Destiny board and set Grave. Because here's the thing about Destiny board. It has to set them in order. So the Eye has to be in the deck. But we have the one Eye. And he's playing Whitewoods, which is fairly interesting. So it looks like he's going to try and fusion summon here, and we're going to go ahead and activate Grave because all the Azaminas are basically level 6 or higher. So it's not really going to matter what he goes into here. So you're going to go into Ilya Sylvia, and that's fine with us. It's a level 6, so it can't activate its effect on the board, and also it can't attack, so it's just kind of stuck there. Grave is such a good card against certain decks. Against Xyz and others, not that great. So we're going to activate Destiny board on his end phase. but we can't get the spirit message because it's in the graveyard. This is when I figure out that I was kind of big dum-dum for doing that. But Ash Blossom is in the hand now, so that's always good. Stop some future plays. I believe this is when I get nervous that he has an Ash in his hand, because we need that spirit message eye to go back in the deck. In order for that to happen, we can't let this Dark Spirit's Mastery be negated. And it looks like he's actually going to let us have it. But it is going to take us an extra turn to get that spirit message on the board. But the lose one turn is a nice draw, so we're actually going to set that. That'll basically act as a skill drain for any special summon monsters. As you can see me in the corner, I'm getting a little excited at the prospect of finally getting the Destiny board completed. He's going to set another card face down, it seems. Let's see if he just ends it on that. Nope, he's going to set one. It's probably an imperm. It's me laughing knowing that it's an imperm, considering the column that he chose. So we're going to set a Spirit Message Eye onto the field. We're actually going to special summon it as a normal monster that's unaffected by everything, because that's what Dark Sanctuary does. However, they can't attack. They can't target them for attacks either, but they can still attack you directly if that's the only monster that you have. It's basically just another way to get them all out on the board while still being able to play Floodgates, which is what you want. I actually could make changes to this deck, putting in like Messenger of Peace as well as stuff like the Dark Door as well. Dark Door would be kind of fun, but at the same time, it's just, I don't know, it's not restrictive enough in my opinion. So we are just gonna go ahead and get a Dark Sanctuary with that Planet Pathfinder, and as he draws a card here, and that Sylvia is just gonna be stuck on the board. It's gonna go into Valor here with a Mulch Army and a Monster Reborn, targeting my Planet Pathfinder. Looks like he's gonna use all four. Going to Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. It's gonna declare direct attack, and we fail, so we take the 32, which is a bit unfortunate. But if we win a couple of the coin tosses, then it'll be all right. So we're close. Spear message in. Just need A and L and a Swift Scarecrow to boot. Not bad, not bad. But the Appaloosa is probably going to negate it, so we have to bank on winning the coin toss, or else we are kaputski. And we're just going to go straight to the end phase there. A little bit exciting. All we need is 2 more letters. Straight into battle phase. We're going to attempt the Swift Scarecrow here just to weaken the Appaloosa, because we know he's going to negate it. But try and weaken her just in case he does win the coin toss, because now 2 of his attacks have to go through, and we do win the dice roll, so we're pretty much, unless he puts out another monster next turn, he's confirmed to lose, because we will get 2 more letters out. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that almost complete Destiny board, and we got a Sentence of Doom to boot. If we wanted to, we actually could just set the Sentence of Doom and win, but I didn't think of that at the time. I was just going to wait till his end phase. I was going to let him flip the coin. The Sentence of Doom can take the place of any spirit message, which is nice. Very nice. I do enjoy the Destiny board support. I wish they got like a monster that kind of helps them out here. And we're going to see what he does here now. And he rage quit on us. The guy rage quit. He didn't even have the DC to surrender, and he couldn't even let us get the sweet, sweet alt win con animation. He just had to DC, of course. But we take those. We count those as Destiny board wins. But we still haven't gotten the animation, so the video cannot end. We have to keep going. We have to keep going. But we are saving that one. Looks like our next opponent is a Link Karibo with a branded deck box, one of the new pack, which is nice. Got a couple of the good cards in the pack. It actually helped me build this deck by dismantling a couple of them. And what is this hand? That is gross. That is gross. Especially if he ashes our extra. That's not going to be fun. All right, we're going to banish 6 cards here, see if we can't get a draw 2. And we do, and we got Skill Drain and Destiny board. That's actually not terrible. We're going to set Imperm. Gonna set Skill Drain, maybe? But we still need a Dark Sanctuary. So we're just gonna set the Skill Drain. We're not gonna bother with a lose 1 turn. Because the lose 1 turn and Skill Drain are kind of the same, except for lose 1 turn, put stuff in defense mode, which keeps people from attacking us, but other than that, it's whatever. And he's going to activate Branded Regained here, which is quite interesting. Has to do with Bestials. But considering everything that he has here, looks like he's just going to be playing Branded, and he is going to play Cartesia here, but we're actually going to let that stay on the board, see if he fuses with it, because normal summoning a Cartesia and then activating Diffuse means he doesn't really have a lot, so we're just going to try and see if that stops whatever his plan is here, and looks like it is. Cartesia is not doing jack. Set a card there and set a card there. Looks like they're both imperms because of the columns that he chose. Then a direct attack 1500. Then on his end phase, we're actually going to activate the Destiny board. Haha, you've been bamboozled. Now you know my real plan. I'm not playing Runic Stun, I'm playing Destiny board. And perfect. We got our Dark Sanctuary, unless he has an Imperm or an Ash, in which case we will be very, very sad. Because here's the thing about Planet Pathfinder, it tributes for cost, so skill drain doesn't negate it. So we're actually going to add Dark Sanctuary to our hand, and then activate said Dark Sanctuary. And then now we can actually set a lose one turn here because we actually don't really care. Looks like he's going to normal summon a Comedy, which is an interesting choice. You know what? We're just going to let that Comedy stay on the board and see if Dark Sanctuary coin flips get us what we need. And it looks like we're lucky today, boys. Let's see if that Comedy is going to be taking some chunk out of us. And no, man, double the luck. I guess this is where all my luck went today. So I'm going to have to record over this. All right, and we are going to activate the lose one turn here because once we special summon out one of the spirit messages, we won't be able to. So we do want to have that in our back pocket there, just in case he goes into anything, and it'll put it in defense mode so he can't attack us with it. So now we got 2 spirit messages out, and Destiny board doesn't need them in the spell trap zone. It just needs all of them on the board, so it doesn't matter. So we're just going to go to end phase and see if we can't have ourselves a nice and good time. So all we need him to do is either try and fuse or just wait it out and see if the coin flips protect us from Dark Sanctuary. And it looks like he's not even going to try to attack, which is quite interesting on his part. So we are actually going to get another spirit message out, and I just pray that he does not decide to rage quit because we want that animation. We need that animation. I'm going to draw for turn here. Standby going into main phase 1. And he's going to activate the Theata. The Theata is going to let him fuse. And I don't know why he decided to do that considering we have lose one turn on the board and it's going to turn whatever he special summons into defense mode. But maybe he wants that Comedy Search, maybe? Not quite sure. Not quite sure where his mind was at here. So you can get a Grand Guignol. Lose one turn is going to trigger. Comedy's going to trigger. And he's going to attempt to add to hand. But Skill Drain is on the board as well as lose one turn, so that's just not going to happen. That might as well be a double negation. Tragedy's going to add something, and he's going to add Dramaturge of Despia. Then lose one turn is going to turn that to defense mode, so it can't attack us. Which is what it's all about, baby. Which is what it's all about. And on his end phase, Destiny board will activate. And we did it. We got the last message. Behold, the Destiny board. That animation is fantastic. I can't stop loving it. Victory. And interesting is that there is no achievement in this game for doing that. I don't know why. There's an achievement for getting Exodia. There's no achievement for the Destiny board, but I will give that guy a follow for being such a good sport and not rage quitting. So thank you for that, sir. And yeah, gonna end the video right here. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe, and hit that bell if you want more content like this, and let me know what you think in the comments. And I will catch you all later. DocJinzo out. Peace.